Good morning, sunrise. Let's see here. Dick, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I will. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. All right, well, let's start out with Sojourning Sunrisers. I know I've seen a few people in there that have been traveling. Rena, have you lately been traveling? I saw some pictures of you in the
Why am I getting called out and not Lori? I had the great fortune of being able to go to work from Hawaii. I will say work because I did. I was up at 3 a.m. every day to work. But I got to work in Hawaii and I got to spend some time with Lori and her daughter Kate while Lori brought Kate back to college. And it was fun to see Hawaii from a college student's eyes. And I think the best night was when we stayed in the house with just a couch and a square table in front of us, and we had movie night and spa night. And we put these funky masks on and watched movies on her laptop. And drank beer, of course. So yes, I have been doing some traveling and it's been wonderful.
All right, great. And Lori, what was it like from your perspective?
Well, from my perspective, it was nice not having to get up at 3 in the morning and work. I slept, and I'd get up at 7 or 8, go for a long walk, and by about noon she'd be done. Kate was working too, so I had leisurely mornings, and then we'd head straight to the beach. It was awesome.
Wow. Tammy, I'm going to call you. I thought you went to you've done a lot of traveling, haven't you?
Yeah, I did a lot this summer. What else? I did, went to my first music festival in 17 years. I went to Bottle Rock, and then I went to Northern Nights, and then went backpacking in the Trinity Alps. I've scheduled something for every week. This week I'm going to Outside Lands and my cousin's production here in the Bay Area. But for traveling, we've got Izzy here. She wants to stand up. She came in at like 1:30 in the morning. To rest. She's from Austria. Is there anything that you wanted to say? She really appreciated the postcards that everybody sent. She wanted to send postcards back. I said, no.
We'll get to her a little bit later.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was what we were doing.
Go.
All right, I guess we're going to introduce you later.
She traveled the party, so.
Yeah, she travels farther.
Yeah, you get the award for this travel. So. Any other travelers in here this morning?
Oh, I have a quick. I did a crazy thing and scheduled another flight and traveled down to Southern California to Laguna. And I took my little adopted niece, JC, and I got to see the world from Legoland, and Wild Animal Park, and swimming in the ocean, and woo.
Wow.
You know, I'm not used to 24/7 with an 11-year-old. It was pretty exciting. So anyway, it was really good.
Awesome. All right. Moving on. Anniversaries. Is Jessica in here this morning? I thought I saw you. Yeah, happy anniversary. You want to tell us a little about how that went?
So that was Monday, and we actually did nothing. We just had salad at home for dinner, but it's all good. But the week before,
How long have you been married?
I know, 7 years married.
Well, that's the salad anniversary, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, 18 and a half years together, though. So we thought maybe when we were celebrating our 10 years married, that would be our 21 and a half. So maybe we would have to have an event or something like that, you know, where we could all legally drink.
Or at least put some steak in the salad.
Anyway, but the week before we had taken some time. We went up to Trinity Lake and camped with the family, and then we were in Ashland for about 4 days and saw a couple of shows, and so we decided that Monday being Monday, we would just have salad and it would be fun. So it's nice, it's good. We're enjoying each other still. Thank you.
Just to mention for Howard, so Howard's here. For the very first time ever, I got my Burning Man tickets, and I'm set up with my cousin's camp. So I'm really excited about that.
Bottle Shop?
Bottle Rock,
Bottle
yeah.
Rock.
And then
Did you see
I
Tom
also,
Petty?
I did see Tom
You did
Petty,
see
yeah.
Tom Petty.
It was awesome. It was like
I'm
on his
jealous.
mouth. Yeah, it was really good. Oh, and I got to do the road for the first time this year. I wanted to do it for like 10 years, so it's a busy summer.
All right, let's move on to birthdays. Romy had a birthday. I'll let her come in a second. We'll skip to Allison. You had a birthday?
Woo!
Did you do anything fun?
We also were in Ashland, apparently the same weekend you were there. So just had a little getaway, saw a show. Went to Omar's first time. It was awesome.
Wow.
Steamer plans.
That's pretty much it. It was fun, relaxing.
Sounds nice? Yes, yeah. Romy, you had a birthday.
I had a birthday. I was up in Oregon and going between a couple of events and meeting families and weddings. But on that day, we hiked Mount Noma Falls, and that was beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. It was the only place to be cool.
Oh, yeah.
It was great.
All right, all right. And Mr. Howard, did you have a birthday as well?
Yes, my wife provided me my favorite meal, which is steamed lobster. And both of my kids remembered my birthday and texted me, so it was a perfect day. It was very nice.
All right, great, good. Did you want to lead us in a happy birthday?
Certainly. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rotarians. Happy birthday to you.
Very good. All right, events. We've got a lot of walking to do. First things first, actually, Pedal for Polio is coming up, so I'd like to actually introduce Alan Lowry from Arcata Bottoms. He's coordinating our north end of the ride here, so I'll turn it over to you to.
Yeah, I hope you're aware of it. Maybe you raised some money by now. Bob Rogers and his team of riders are coming into Trinidad Monday night. That's the first leg of their trip from Crescent City to Petaluma. And I have rented the Trinidad Town Hall for a potluck dinner. They'll arrive there afternoon, planning to start eating at 5 o'clock. And I hope some of you can join in on that. Also, if you do plan to attend, there'll be an opportunity to host a rider for the night. There are 12 riders total. Right now it looks like I'm up to 5 or 6 hosts. So we're not hurting too bad, but I still encourage you. If you're interested, come see me and I'll put your name on the list. It would involve taking the rider back to your house for the night, giving them breakfast, and getting them back to Trinidad in the morning for around 9 o'clock, I guess, for departure further south.
I'm even hosting all the way from Eureka, you guys, so
That's right,
it's,
yeah.
So there's no excuse. There's no excuse.
yeah.
Lori and Romy from your club have already volunteered for that. So.
Great, great. Thanks, Alan. And that's this Monday, so we'll send an email out this weekend as a reminder, and love to see you all there. Next on the list, Kevin Yeager run is at Redwood Park, 9 a.m. Get 27. It'd be great to get a bunch of folks there and show our support for that. Out of Marcus Walks, Romy has put together a team for the plaza, so do sign up for that. Did you want to say anything about that, Romy, or?
Please sign up for the team.
Perfect.
And any amount of donation is wonderful and appreciated, but even just signing up for the team is important too. The more people that we show on teams and supporting prevention and education and awareness of suicide, the better. So we do have a conflict with the color run. I actually would love it if they could make it later. I want to do both. But yeah, please be there. It's a wonderful way to raise awareness and education and prevention in our community, and it's oh so needed. Humboldt County, our dear sweet Humboldt County, has one of the highest suicide rates in the state, and it's something that we really all need to help with.
And You're saying that we can sign up as virtual runners if we're not going to be around,
You
right?
can absolutely
I mean,
just
walkers,
be a
I'm
team
sorry.
member,
Yeah.
even if you're going to do the color run or be out of town or you just don't want to be there. You can still be on the team.
Yeah.
We'll
Matt?
probably need maybe a dozen volunteers at the last minute to help put the thing together.
Okay.
As always.
Like
Just
last
they
minute.
get a little disorganized down in the Rotary, so always kind of come in there and kind of like, just get out of the way, we do this for a living.
All right, well, we'll get those together. Thank you, Romy and Matt, and yeah, we'll get a team together. Another walk coming up, Walk to End Alzheimer's. Melinda, Dammy, Rachel's sister is here today. She wanted to just say a few things about that, so if you would, Melinda.
Yeah, hi, I'm Melinda. If you don't already know me, Rachel's sister. I'm on the planning committee for the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's in Humboldt County. It's on the 14th, as you can see. I put some little flyers around. If you guys didn't already know, you do have a team.
Thanks for letting us know.
Well done. The president wasn't me. Okay. So you can join that one, or if you want to start your own team, the information is on the bottom here where to go to, and or you can just donate. Rachel and I have our own team, and on behalf of our late grandfather, it's called the Amos Ranch Ramblers. So if you want to donate to that, it all goes directly to the walk and Alzheimer's Association. All right.
All right, great, thank you, Melinda. And we do have one more walk, and actually, Rachel, did you want to say a few things about the Casa Kids walk?
Yeah, the Danny sisters, here we go.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to introduce my guest. This is Kayla Johnston. She's a CPA at Jackson. Did you already introduce her? So here's the poster for the Casa Kids Walk, and ever since I've been in Rotary, we've been heavily involved with the Casa Kids Walk, and so I thought it would be cool if we could expand our efforts and Rotary could have a team this year. I know North Bay Rotary does have a team, so I created a sign-up sheet just to see if we had enough interest in our club, and if not, we can contribute to North Bay Rotary's team. So I'll pass this around just to see if we have enough interest. And then, so it's October 7th, another walk, and there's items along the way where you can raise money, like canisters in different locations, and then there's also raffle tickets that have really great prizes. And then there's, my favorite is Sandwich Day, and it's $10 for a sandwich, cookie, drink, and volunteers get together, make 600 sandwiches, and 100% of the proceeds go to CASA. So that's a fun way to raise money. Yeah, so if you are interested, I think it would be fun to get out with the CASA kids and family and friends and walk a mile. So
What day of the week is that?
Saturday.
it's Saturday.
Okay, thank you.
Evening.
It's
right?
the week, the Saturday before the Walk to End Alzheimer's.
Cool.
So every weekend you can do a walk
Take
around.
The winter bottom, yeah.
Rotary workout.
Exactly. All right, thank you, Rachel. And actually, thanks for reminding me. Let's go around and do a visiting Rotarians and guests. So do we have any visiting Rotarians here today? Alan? We know you. Any other visiting Rotarians? Yes.
The usual Darren Engel from Tiburon Sunset.
And let's do actually, Sophie, you're from North Bay Road, right? You're
Yep.
kind of guest.
That's what you said.
President, so. Guests, let's see here. Go ahead.
We have Carolyn Gainer-Wolski, who's here. She's a scholarship winner, so she'll be talking in a little bit.
All right.
We have Ted and Pam Halstead of our program for today.
All right. Actually, two of my favorite family back here.
I brought my family this morning, my two sons, Andres Cruz, and my lovely wife, Heidi.
All right, Michaela, we got you there.
And Melinda, potentially.
Oh, and Melinda, hey.
Forgive
All right. Incoming exchange student Isabella. Here's the big introduction.
There we go.
Hey.
Sorry, I just preemptively.
It's okay. You want to say a few words about who you are and whatnot? Kind of introduce yourself to the club.
Yeah, hello, I'm Isabella, but please call me Izzy. I'm from Vienna in Austria, not Australia, please. There are no kangaroos Austria. And yeah.
Great.
Yeah, thank you for your postcards and thank you for your warm welcoming at the airport. And I'm very happy to be here in beautiful Arcata.
All right, well, welcome. All right. Here you are.
Don't move. Don't. I gotta get a camera that has a better flash, has a faster flash.
All right, we got it. Welcome. Yeah, this is great.
Charging.
All right, and we do have a blue badge recipient today. So, Tomas, do you want to do the honors?
So, there are a couple people on the cusp, and we're going through with the mentorship committee who's earned their blue badge. And there was one that I think could be in the running for the longest red badge in our club's history, maybe. That's Praj White. So Praj has completed his requirements. For those of you who aren't aware, I'm told, attended a couple board meetings, visited 2 other clubs, served at Sergeant at Arms 4 times, and got hazed maybe a little bit. And now he's a blue badger, so congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, and we actually also have a Paul Harris fellow to today. So Terry, if you want to take it over from here.
President Justin said we could mix it up a little bit and not do just these on final Friday. And, oh, they put it underneath. Okay, they're tricking me here. So this is not a Paul Harris Fellow. This is a Paul Harris Fellow plus 3. Thank you. Congratulations. Thanks for your generosity.
All right, Jeff, do you want to come up here and introduce one of our...
Sure. I just wanted to come up and say a couple of things about the scholarships. And many of you are new, or some of you are new, may not know. Our club is very generous with scholarships. We give out $6,000 worth of scholarships for reoccurring students, so that's over 4 years. And so we also do additional 3. And with that, I mean, this brings a lot of joy and support to the students that received or are awarded these scholarships. And so we have Carolyn, let's see, Carolyn Wolski, Karen, I know, I can turn around. Caroline Gaynor Wolski, so I get nervous. Excuse me. But anyway, you can come on up and hopefully do a much better job than I did. Sorry about that.
So I'm Caroline. Thank you guys again for the support. I'm starting my 2nd year at Davis. I'm a biochem major, and so with that, I want to study developmental disabilities and go into pediatric. So this first year at Davis, it took a little adjusting to. It's very hot there, but by the end of the year, I was really comfortable putting myself out there. So I'm now a member of the Davis Rotary Act. There's a freshman this year. It's been really interesting seeing the difference between how everything's run here compared to there. It's a lot different, even with Interact here. It's very disorganized there, so we'll see.
Opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. So The international project we did this year was we put together baby packs for families in Brazil. So we sewed our own bibs, and then we put together reusable diapers, clothes, vitamins, stuff like that, and we sent them over. So that's taken the whole year, and then we finally did that. We did Relay for Life this year, which was super exciting, and then afterwards I did an interview for being the publicity chair for the Colleges Against Cancer for Relay for Life. So I'm doing that next year, which I'm super excited. It's definitely a family that hopefully will kind of give me a group at Davis, aside from the friends and everything, and Rotary. I joined the Sign Language Club, which I'm super excited about. They don't teach sign language at Davis. They only teach it at UC San Diego, out of all of the UCs. So I'm kind of taking it upon myself to join the club and learn it on my own, so it'll help me a lot with my career. So that's been super interesting. Oh. So thank you all for doing it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. All right, and Mr. Randy, do you want to introduce our speakers for today?
Thank you, President Dustin. So 3 or 4 years ago, Lisa and I were walking down at the Arcata Marsh, and we ran into this guy that looked real familiar. We couldn't quite realize who he was for a minute until we started a conversation. And it was Ted Halstead. And if you remember the Arcata Eye, there's been a lot over the years, over several years, there's been a lot of articles about him. He's the guy that adopted a stretch of out on 255 near our litter area where he's been battling the dumping people. And he's been a single warrior. And the Arcata Eye featured him a lot, and he'll explain why he's not in the news as much as he used to be. But Lisa was so overwhelmed by what he has done and how many tons of garbage that he has removed from the slough over the years that she actually got choked up during that conversation. So we said that would be a great Rotary program. And here, and then it didn't happen. And then we ran into Ted here again last month and said, we really got to do this. So they're here, Ted and Pam are here. Here's their quick bio. They're both graduates of HSU from the 70s and 80s. Pam has been a science teacher at Fortuna High for the past 35 years. She just retired, congratulations. She's the director of a stream monitoring and restoration club. Ted has been a rancher, construction worker, forest nursery worker, and employment development department employee for the past 20 years. He's taken an interest in the Liscom Slough. They both live in Eureka with their 3 boxers, Joey, Jerry, and Joanna. So Ted and Pam, it's all yours. Come on up.
From my wife's classroom. It says one man's battle, but in reality it's Jimmy Smith, John Woolley, Gerald Kinsfater, Pete Nichols, Jen Call, Kevin Hoover, of course, Todd Van Herp of Humboldt Bay Oyster, Tim Haywood and Aaron Ostrom of Pack Out Green Tea, John St. Clair of the Dunes, Dennis Houghton, Darius DeMonte, Javier, all of City of Arcata, and Hank Siemens, Public Works of Eureka. And apologies to people I'm sure I've left out, passers-by that help pull things out or load player pianos or walk-in safes or freezers or, whatever the daily bounty might be. What I wanted to say here is Liscom Slough really has international connections because of the coastal trail.
Sorry, I don't have a pointer.
Because of the coastal trail, a lot of times some of the people come into Arcata and other people go over to 255 and on down Eureka, and they're from all over the world. Also, because of Liscom Slough going into Mad River Slough, then into the bay, then out the coastal currents, and then over to the gyre. Who knows where the goodies have gone that have been dumped in there. I'll just read this.
So this is something that Ted wrote for the
Coastal Commission.
Coastal Commission. And so I'm going to read it and we'll go through this. These are sardines that George Zeminski took a picture of. Liscom Slough is a tributary of Humboldt Bay. The coastal trail crosses Liscom Slough on Jackson Ranch Road. At 50 years of age, I was in search of a comfortable bike ride that would allow me to get daily exercise and provide me with a feeling of getting away from the stresses of daily life. This is some eelgrass that has come back from the slough when the garbage was removed. Little did I know what I would see when I looked off the bridge on Jackson Ranch Road and into Liscom Slough. There below was a mass of auto parts of every description. Bags of animal parts too numerous to mention, payphones and newspaper vending machines, along with a variety of everything from ammunition to costume jewelry. 3 vehicles having driven into the slough were also evident. The slough over time had become toxic from the incredible diversity of discarded objects. It was not uncommon to find 10 auto batteries at a time dumped in the slough. Once, when driving by, I noticed a cooler of methamphetamine chemicals floating next to shore. We didn't know that when we encountered it. It was like there's this box going by. Oh, let's bring it over to the side end. Oh, let's open the top and let's put the top back on. Because it about took your head off. The sheriff came to pick it up and just said, don't ever open this thing, it's bad.
We took it to the sheriff.
Yes,
And
okay.
the sheriff freaked out.
Here, I'll go to another picture. Here's some crabs. It's kind of hard to see.
These are Dungeness crabs.
These are little crabs that are running around. It's a nursery ground for them.
They used to come down in waterfalls.
Yeah, lots of them.
But
and this is the Aleutian geese that are in the fields and out there. And here's the last picture, some nice egrets that are eating. The next picture is not going to be so nice, so I just want to warn you. It was very common to find 50-gallon garbage cans of marijuana shake going in and out with the tide. Other times it would be tires on rims or computer monitors floating at water surface level. All of these items, if not retrieved, would enter the bay with the outgoing tide. Some unusual things I found: a bowling ball and pins, a parachute, a semi-truck bumper, sex toys, and an envelope with $1,000 cash, which we turned into the sheriff and never saw again. That's fine. That's okay. It was cash, but I think it was probably,
there was,
dirty money.
There was a parolee's number on there, so you got to make sure that you get some of that.
Counterfeit. Liscom Slough is a drainage for agricultural lands, and you could see that in the slides. It eventually terminates in the Mad River Slough near the Sierra Pacific Mill, what was once the Sierra Pacific. The upper reaches are home to many amphibians and migratory waterfowl that rely on this ecosystem for food and shelter. When the slough becomes an estuary, it becomes a nursery for many aquatic organisms. I have observed as many as 1,500 juvenile crabs pass under the bridge in 1 hour at low tide during the summer months. Juvenile smelt, herring, and anchovies can be seen in large numbers swimming through eelgrass under the bridge. Also, if one looks closely, they will see sponges of several varieties and oysters. The bat rays that live in the bay swim up the slough with the tide to eat mollusks and crustaceans.
All of this has changed over the years. You can no longer look into the water. Water conditions have changed. And because there's so much more irrigating going on, the water levels at low tide are not quite as favorable to fisheries. So, but I don't know how much I'm supposed to say or what I'm supposed to say, but there are some pictures and...
So, I'm getting a little ahead of my story. This essay, Ted submitted this to the Coastal Commission, and
it won first place for the state. So
what
have you done for the coast, I think was the question.
So it says, I decided to slowly remove whatever garbage and junk I could from the slough over a period of almost 10 years. First, the cars, well, let's now go through some of the garbage and junk. This first one is not very desirable. Oh no, this is okay. So there's a picture of the slough off the ridge.
Off the bridge, yeah.
So there's some shorebirds and there's the corporate ranch. Oh, here is actually a list of some of the things that were pulled out in 11 years.
A few things right at first.
So you can, I mean, it's a lot of stuff. Okay, we can read the whole thing, but okay, well, 5 bundles of linoleum carpet squares, 8 oiled saturated carpets, 2 bike frames, 1 bowling pin, a walk-in gun safe, a didgeridoo. It's diverse, this stuff. Bags of baby diapers, etc. Xerox machine. Okay, so this is Ted.
This was over about a 10 or 11-year period. It was 176 trips to the dump. Those are the receipts. For the dump, and that was like, I don't know, 10 years ago. I mean, I've totally realized that it doesn't, you don't need to keep track, you just need to pick stuff up when you see it as
And
you
there's
go
less.
by, so.
There's less than there used to be. Oh, there's just a record of.
Each time you just kind of cross off, okay, that's
Okay,
that
here it
trip,
comes.
that's the next trip.
So there's some leftover.
Sometimes it's fish waste, it could be a bear carcass, could be calves that are thrown in, it could be a dead goat, whatever.
This is just, these are some fireworks after the 4th of July.
And you gotta have refreshments.
Yeah. Furniture is a common item. There's a baby cedar, I think, or something like that, and then some of this furniture. This is just a dump from someone's house, including lots of things. The
This is one of 10.
Kevin still has Chucky. The bride of Chucky, sorry. And anyway, the garbage is no longer there.
That's the marijuana dump there.
Front there. There's a lot of soil that has been dumped. That's a freezer, is it? That was most
Freezer,
recent.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
Oh, wait, let's go back.
That's a walk, that's
So
a
there, these no dumping signs have been put in.
That
because
was,
you can see how effective they are. No, seriously though, it does make a difference. We
It is
know that it
important
does. Yeah.
to make a statement that there is someone who does care.
Yeah, I mean, for those people, not everyone obviously respects, but these are harder to remove because they're
That's a walk-in safe that was
there's its front door.
a marijuana growers safe that 3 individuals came in through a glass door and walked off with that. That's huge.
It was stolen.
Walk-in safe, yeah.
There's a
And
person
there's
exclaiming.
a person that just happens to go by there and says, that's disgusting.
More clothes, etc. things.
But it's a beautiful place. It's only two miles outside town. You just get this sense of fantasticness. You don't know what you're going to see necessarily. This is the downside.
Yeah, we're just showing the
but
bad parts.
there's just a lot of natural beauty. It's a really neat estuary.
So this was most recently left, and these are more recent.
This one was a little bit tough to get out of there.
Yeah, so with help, yeah.
But you do have to kind of wonder,
How did that end up?
isn't that sort of obvious? I mean, couldn't somebody notice that that's coming down there?
Right. So.
Anyways, increase awareness, pick up trash whenever possible. We're not supposed to have that on
The adopt a highway, we're not supposed to have
Right.
any suggestions for you, but that's what it said in the rules. If I was presented. But if, just in case it was there,
Just so you know it's there, and, if you want to get away, two miles away,
How do you get to Liscom Slough?
you just go down to 255, like you're
Going to Manila.
heading to Manila, and
Jackson Ranch Road.
it's Jackson Ranch Road,
It's
the
like
first road to the
after
right.
V Street.
And you drive past the buffalo and the long-horned cattle, and you'll meet Liscom Slough, and that's Liscom Slough.
I assume some of these people dump because they want to avoid the trash disposal fee. What happens when you take
It's
it?
really hard to know because it's obvious that some of the products are high-end. It's not like they couldn't afford it, but like you say, avoid it.
So she asked what happens for you? What do you do?
It's not it hasn't been a financial impact on me other than my gas and my vehicle.
We've had people help us.
That sort of thing. That's why I mentioned all the other.
So you're not charged a fee, or it's,
Yeah, we have things. We can't really talk about all the people that have helped us, but
people that
groups
step
have helped
forward.
us.
Oh, to help pay for it.
Well, not to help,
And have a place
not
to
to
take
help
it.
pay the fee, but to have a place to be able to deposit it, so it's taken care of correctly. Let's see.
If you have any questions.
Any questions?
Yes.
So when we find a car, what do you do?
Well, fortunately, the cars that I busted up, I hauled away in my Toyota pickup because of the salt water had corroded.
But like
But when you get a car like this, first
Works.
it gets ticketed, and I actually helped. There was a lady that had a small child and a larger child, and I saw her sitting kind of in the road, and I drove by because I had other business on up the road, and then on the way back I saw that she was pushing the car with another lady that had stopped behind her. She pushed this vehicle. We all three pushed this vehicle to here.
It had tires in them.
It had tires, and I told her, I said, you know, you really don't want to leave this car here, and if you do have any valuables, why make sure you get them out. And so the other lady behind her that got out to help push her, took her and the two children home, and a couple days later, the license plates disappeared, the battery disappeared, and then a couple days later, the tires went, and then after that, the windows got broken, and someone wrote on there, leave this car alone, it belongs to a woman with two small children. And anyways, this is probably about 3 weeks in here, and it eventually got hauled off. But so anyways, Highway Patrol is the #1 first step to get it tagged, and they say this may result in a citation, and then if it sits out there long enough, why it does get hauled off.
So we probably shouldn't say this, but I'm going to anyway.
Don't say it.
Okay. Individuals are extremely helpful.
The people that step up,
Are
that's all we
wonderful.
know. The people that step up make a difference, and beyond that, we have all this, things that we
Frustration.
don't know.
Oh, yeah.
And so we'll just leave that out there.
Yeah, groups that.
We don't know why it just continually keeps happening. I mean, I even helped this to happen. I helped the lady, this woman with the children.
Yeah.
I helped to push the car up to this
So should there
spot
be
here.
cameras? Yes. Have there been attempts to put cameras?
No, but we don't know.
We have
don't know
contacted many.
What the answer is. We
So,
don't know.
yeah, right, so.
We just know what we've been able to do.
Does the Sheriff's Department or Highway Patrol drive out there?
See, who knows? I just pass through once a day. That's all I do. And
Sheriff-
do what I can when I pass through.
Sheriff passes through, but not very often. The Fish and Game's more likely to pass through.
And as far as dumping animal parts and fish and stuff like that, that's all fine with Fish and.
We've been told it's fine.
But as far as that, I mean, talking to the warden, I went, oh yeah, really? I mean, like having a pile of salmon sitting there like that, if a dog comes up and eats that, why, the dog's toast, you know, lots of people run around that area. But anyways, I'm not supposed to go there. And that's my presentation.
Yes, where are the regulations coming from when you say we can't put that on the slide and we can't say that? Who's regulating your presentation?
Oh,
Central Club.
Okay. The club says nothing political, nothing this, nothing that,
nothing
nothing.
religious, nothing political.
Yes, thank you.
You're like me, see? You're the perfect person instead of pick up stuff. I don't know what's happening.
But it is
Yes.
a beautiful place.
Just my question, you guys are doing a fantastic job of service for our community. It's obvious that a lot of it revolves around you. So what's going to happen after you retire from this activity?
Well, now, see, isn't that,
It's a
aren't you
ripple
guys the
effect.
sunrise?
It's a ripple effect.
It is, it
Because
is.
Pat
No, we're
Buckley
just,
team,
well, who knows whatever happens after someone.
there are other individuals who have been
Who knows?
influenced
Yeah.
and who will, I feel like will.
She
step up.
had her Trees Club
For
20 years, and it's just been spectacular. I mean, when she retired, some of the things that she got back, and just the sense of the ripple effect.
It's just
I mean,
huge.
it's so
huge.
humbling. So anyways,
Your actions
who knows what's
speak
going to
louder than
happen?
words.
To answer your question,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it seems like something will happen.
Yeah.
So anyway.
And we're here this morning,
Yay.
so nice to meet all of you, and thank you for Randy.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
I have
Yeah.
another question. So what can we as Rotarians, community members, do to help with this?
I have absolutely no idea.
Well, yeah, we do. Yeah, we have an idea. We are not supposed to say adopt a highway, but you do.
We participate.
We do adopt a highway. I'm not.
I know you do, but we're not supposed to suggest anything that tells you to do anything. That's literally what it says on the doc. Okay, good, we'll do it.
You can answer my question.
I answer your question. So the section of Jackson Ranch Road from Jackson Ranch Road 255 to Foster is an amazingly awesome place. It's beautiful, and yeah, it's lovely. That was a place that could be adopted.
There's
And yeah, go ahead.
There's a space there. There's 3 primary dump spots that happen. One is at the turnout. One is at
That's
where
the
Chucky
turnout.
was. One is
Chucky.
at the turnout where Chucky was. And the
Chucky Turner.
yeah, there you go.
Chucky
Anyways,
Turner. Sorry.
the other one is at the bridge, and then the other one is at where Jackson Ranch and Foster.
Is there a single road in and out, or is it
It's
multiple
the single
paths?
road. It's
No, that's
just
the
Foster
bridge.
coming down,
Looking at
and then
the
it
bridge.
takes a left, and it's Jackson Ranch Road, and it goes over and hits 255. There's just one road in and one road out. So it wouldn't take that much to monitor
It's outside city
who
limits.
comes and goes, but it just never has been
So
done.
it's
and
county.
yeah.
So you mentioned about, you have a sign up that seemed to help a little
Yes,
bit.
yes.
Is there needs for additional signs to be put up that would
Here,
also
nice
maybe do some more discouragement of dumping?
I don't know that any signs would discourage jumping. Signs like the Rotary Club, who knows? You could try that, or you could try Coastal Trail.
Are there any property owners with power near the road where cameras can be put up? If they're available?
There's Christie is there, the Masons.
Batteries.
I don't know politically how interactive and cooperative they would be, but here again, you know, we can't really talk about that too much.
But you can just check with them. Yes?
I was just going to add, I've walked out there for years, and
good.
But it's not just there that things are dumped.
That's true.
All over that whole
Up
area.
Foster, that
Old
whole loop,
Boulevard is
Foster,
horrific.
and
But it
We've
is,
worked there as well.
yeah, it's always disconcerting to see
Yes,
the things in the
right,
slough.
because that's not what you're walking for.
Yeah. And
To look at other people's garbage.
Yeah, yeah, I followed a trail of household goods one day. A mop,
Yeah.
a broom.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
bucket.
It's so weird, yeah.
Does the debris flow also coincide with school getting in and out and kids, college kids coming in and out?
No, not necessarily. I think it's more, here again, like, should, on the way to and from work, you know, be it McKinleyville out to Samoa, or be it Eureka out to, I can't say what I want to say, but in other words, to and from work, I think it's just convenient to get rid of what it is that you would like to get rid of. Also, when the casino, I can't say that, when certain things close, people late in the evening might be apt to get rid of their stuff as well.
yeah, there's some.
Because nobody's around.
It's definitely part of
Who's
it.
out there at 2 or 3 in the morning?
Yeah.
Other questions?
Thank you, guys.
Sorry for the vague. You sure do. And I talked to you and I asked her once, hey, is there, you think you might be able to?
That was you, that's right, yeah. But that was a giant mess.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
It
we
was.
appreciate
Yeah.
that. So anyway, in honor of the Wheelchair Foundation, we made this donation in your name, so thank you.
Awesome, great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Very cool.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, let's see, we're coming up here at the end here. That is amazing. All right, hey, let's do raffle, it's raffle time.
Make an announcement.
Oh, yeah.
Winning number 202191.
That's bigger than both of us.
I didn't even have to look at
Whoa.
I like that.
Oh, you were right, huh? $5.
Great.
And you can pick the next ticket. I'll give you your $5. 202-203.
203.
Oh, that's me.
I still have no idea how this works.
Just big ball, it's magic.
It's a $5.
There you go.
All right.
Thank you.
There you go.
Nice work. We have a few announcements. Romy, do you want to start?
Sure, this was actually Lisa's idea, but we're gonna do a fellowship event. And it's gonna be Friday night at the races, at the horse races. Rena, what time does that start? It's the 25th of August.
It's usually around 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
We'll have to wait until the schedule comes out to see what time.
But
Friday
pencil it
afternoon.
in on your calendars,
Yes.
Friday afternoon, the 25th of August, day at the races.
First horse races.
All right, Maggie, do you want to make an announcement?
Yeah, the Eureka Theater is showing Hitchcock movies all this month. Tonight we're showing Strangers on a Train, and next Friday is Psycho, and then, which seems appropriate. And then the Saturday after that, the 26th, is the Birds. So I'm on, Tom Tez recruited me to be on the board with them, and then we're recruiting volunteers to help with the show, but if you just want to go and as a group or whatever, those are fun events, so I wanted to put it out there as a possible social if you're into those events. Tonight again, Strangers on a Train, and then Psycho, and then the Birds.
And this is dress up?
Not necessarily. I don't know what you would wear for Psycho. Well, yeah. It's a lot of fun, and it's a nice nonprofit, and they put on great shows and everything. So
What time, Maggie?
doors open at 7. Movie starts around 7:30.
And don't they have a bar there?
They do have a bar.
Just so you know.
Beer and wine, and then some nights we have mixed drinks, but I don't know when that will happen.
Bars and races.
That's an important piece of
Bars and
information.
races.
Start with the booze, Maggie. Start with the booze.
Lori.
Fortuna Sunrise contacted me, and for those of you who went down to their seafood boil last February, they are doing it again. Want to know if Arcata Sunrise wants to do the reciprocal agreement again, where we buy a table there and they buy one at ours. So, show of hands, anybody who thinks they might be interested in going to the seafood boil. I'll have to get you an exact date in February. I think it's the first weekend in February. Dustin, Barbara, myself, yeah.
I don't think it's the first weekend, because that's always Ferndale's.
Oh, yeah, okay, so maybe second weekend. I'll get you an exact date.
I think I mentioned that as a maybe.
Okay, all right, fantastic. So I think we've got enough to do at least one table. I know Ray Nozzle was so excited about it last year. He's going to do a whole table with his friends, so fantastic. I'll let you know the date. Thanks.
All right, and Claire.
So next Wednesday on the 16th is our welcome party for Izzy and our new club student. I already forgot his name. Exchange Student. Justice. So Justice and Izzy, to welcome them to our community. It's at 6 p.m. at Redwood Park, where we had it last year. That venue worked pretty well. So please come. I also wanted to let you all know that our Isabella White arrived safely in Copenhagen, and she's having a great time. She has already started school, she loved it, and she toured Copenhagen with her host brother, I believe yesterday or the day before, and so she's having a great experience. Did you have anything to add to that?
I'm just so blessed that the club and all of Rotary puts this together, and my Isabella is over in Copenhagen having a great time, and we're lucky that we have Isabella right here.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, that's it.
Thank
you.
All right.
So that was next Wednesday?
Yeah, August 16th.
And where's it going to be?
Redwood Park, 6 o'clock.
All right, well, thank you everyone that presented today. We had a lot of speakers. I thought this quote exemplified our club and Rotary in general. Great things are done by a series of small things brought together by Vince Van Gogh. So with that, have a great week, and I'll see you all next Friday, if not before.